Hi art teachers, I'm Joe Boatfield and I'm an elementary art teacher from Dallas, Texas.
I'm Harris Waltuck and I'm a high school art teacher in Baltimore, Maryland.
In today's 5 Minutes of Art History, we're going to explore Marina Abramovic and ways to bring performance art into your classroom.
Marina Abramovic is a conceptual and performance artist, calling herself the grandmother of performance art. Marina's performances are known for pushing her body to the edge of its limits and also putting herself into very uncomfortable positions. In several of her performances, Marina used her body, cutting off pieces of her hair, clipping pieces of her nail, trying to breathe closely into a fan, and jumping over fire. In 2 of these performances, she actually passed out. One of her most famous performances ever, Rhythm Zero, was put on in 1974 and put the artist at the behest of the viewer. Marina set up a table of 72 objects, some playful and some harmful, and she allowed the audience to use those objects on her. The installation also held up a sign that said the audience would have no responsibility for their actions. What began as smaller audience interactions in the beginning took a darker turn. She said, "What I learned that if you leave it up to the audience, they can kill you. I felt really violated. They cut up my clothes, stuck rose thorns in my stomach. One person pointed a gun at my head, another person took it away. It created an aggressive atmosphere. After 6 hours, as planned, I stood up and began to walk toward the audience. Everyone ran away to escape an actual confrontation." Marina's work touches on many themes: perception of women, to identity, to politics, physical and mental endurance, to communicating without any words whatsoever, and to risking one's own life for your work. Teachers who want to share about Marina's work can think about things like how art can interact with the audience, how we put ourselves into our work, and what the work becomes once we invite in the audience's participation.
Introduce performance art as another form of communication and expression. Ask students what performances they've been to, a musical, a play, a concert. Discuss how the performer used their body to express an idea or tell a story. Point out that in performance art, sometimes the artist becomes the artwork itself. Discuss the artist is present, where Marina sat silently for hours, inviting visitors to sit across from her. Talk about the power of silence and stillness as a form of communication. Ask students to think about a time where they couldn't talk and reflect on how they felt. Incorporate movement by providing charade prompts like ride a bike, cut a steak, or drive a car. Pair students up to silently mirror each other's movements and communicate through actions. Much of Marina's work focuses on emotion. Select an emotion and illustrate it using the elements of art to create a non-objective piece. For example, torn red papers glued all over can represent anger. Perform the same emotion, so stomping around the room with fists clenched. Write a short reflection sentence like, "I chose torn papers because when I'm angry, I feel like ripping things up and breaking them."
Try a yes and exercise where partners get together and they create a story. For example, there was once a boy with a head made of clouds, and my partner has to respond with a yes and when they cried, it was always raining. Next, try an interactive exercise mirrored after Marina's work, Rhythm Zero. Before you do this activity, make sure you talk about safe and appropriate behavior that is respectful in the classroom. For those who might need an alternative option, provide it. In this activity, pull out an assortment of objects: balloons, string, pipe cleaners, all kinds of things. Students will walk up and perform an action with one of their classmates, so ask for a student volunteer. Once you have your student volunteer, students can walk up and attach things to the student's shoulder, tape things to their jacket, things like that. Start to ask some reflection questions. Ask the performer, how did that make you feel? Ask the audience, what did it feel like? Once the students have shared, tell them about Marina's work, including Rhythm Zero, then ask, how might you have felt as a participant in that exercise?
Introduce Marina with this artist bio. Artist bios are one of the many resources that Flex Curriculum offers. It includes a short bio, illustrated artwork or portrait, quick facts, quotes, and reflection questions. The Art of Ed has tons of artist bios featuring a range of artists. For more information on how to get Flex, this artist bio, and a handy toolkit full of innovative ways to use artist bios, check out the link in the description box below. And that's Marina Abramovic in 5 minutes. If you have any more fun facts or activities, please leave them in the comments below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to Art of Education University for more art history videos just like these. Bye!